To the Philip Koerper Show. This is Philip Koerper. This is episode 110, January 13th, 2020. Had a little hiatus there. Like to get back with some breaking news here. I just want to talk about this President Trump and handling this Iran issue. This has really truly been amazing about how Iran shoots down one of our drones. Iran continues to harass America. Iran gets all this money from President Obama. This money, the Shah of Iran, when that all collapsed, Iran owed us a bunch of money. And so we froze a bunch of their assets. And then President Obama decides to give it back to them. He gives them like $400 million for 4 prisoners. He gives them, I think, up to $150 billion, including like $1.8 billion in cash on pallets. He gives this to Iran. He tries to do a deal through Congress for Iran. That fails. Chuck Schumer hates it. And then what happens is that Obama does it anyhow. He does this deal with Iran. He's got some international support from Britain, Germany. And then what he does is he gives them all this cash, and then what happens? We immediately find out about it. How do we find out about it? Well, Iran leaks it. Iran wants to embarrass Barry Obama and does embarrass him and leaks this information that Barry gave them a bunch of money and then says they're going to use this for terrorism. Well, let's speed up to today. Then what happens is, like last week, what happens is Soleimani, who's this top general and just wreaks havoc with terrorism. He's like the number 2 in Iran. He has been doing this for decades. He's in Iraq. He's not even supposed to be out of Iran. The UN in like 2007 said that Soleimani is such a bad guy, such a bad terrorist, that he's not even allowed out of the country of Iran. We use that term loosely. And so he is in Iraq. He flies to Iraq the other day. He gets out of the plane, gets into a car. The leader of the attack on the embassy is there. So just a few days earlier, they attacked the U.S. embassy. This is like over $1 billion place in Iraq, in Baghdad. It's over $1 billion the United States has spent. 16,000 people work there. Soleimani engineers this attack on the embassy. This other warmonger there, this terrorist, helped work on this attack on Baghdad. So they're in Iraq at the airport. We see him get out of a plane. We see them get into these 2 cars. They're driving out of the airport. 2 Hellfire missiles from a Reaper drone blows both of these vehicles to Kingdom Come, Toyota Land Cruisers. Americans are behind them about a half a mile. They come up to the scene. They're burning cars. You can't even tell what kind of cars they are. Soleimani's dead there. He's on fire. They pull him out. They take pictures of him. They give all this to Fox News. They take pictures of his guns, his rifle, his handguns. Oh, he's dead. They take DNA. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Okay, so Iran, what do they have to do? They have to respond back. And so what do they do? Well, Iran's got to look strong. And Donald says, you do anything, we're just going to blow you up. We're going to blow up these cultural sites. Even Boris Johnson says something about that. We kill this guy. What do the Russians and the Chinese do? They are the biggest allies Iran has. Oh, crickets from them. They don't care about Soleimani dying. The only people who care are the Democrats. They are furious. They're going to want to fly their flags at half-mast. Is what the bumblebee, the Babylon bee posted that. And so what happens is that Iran calls up Iraq and says, hey, we're going to shoot some missiles in there. Watch out. Iraq lets us know. They lob a few missiles over into the dirt. The Democrats are just going crazy. This is World War III. Donald's out of control. He's causing World War III. It's starting now. Oh, they're furious. And then what happens a few hours later? Oh, Iran shoots down a jetliner. Oh, we hear a jetliner's crash. Oh, mechanical issues, Iran says. How many dead? Oh, we don't know. Okay, they won't release that. Oh, they scrub the site. They take the black boxes. For days, they call it mechanical error. Oh, then they finally decide, oh, the United States says, those were Russian-made missiles from Iran fired at that jetliner. Then we see this home video of the missiles hitting the aircraft goes down, everyone's dead, most of the people are Iranian students, and then lots of Ukrainians on board. This is a Ukrainian jet airliner. It's only 2 years old, 737-800, and oh my heavens. And so Iran amazingly admits to it. They said, oh, accidentally. We're blaming it on Donald. Pete Buttigieg is blaming it on Donald, and so Iran has to admit to accidentally shooting this down. Oh my heavens! Blackface Trudeau over in Canada is all upset. Oh, it's an incredible feat, and it's over. Okay, go to CNN website. You won't even see hardly anything about this. This is literally over. So Donald, huge victory for Donald, being tough, being unpredictable. Iran kept getting bolder and bolder. A few months ago, they shot down one of our drones. Emboldened. They've been using all this money that Obama gave them that he should never have given them. My liberal friend said, well, that was their money. Well, whatever. We can argue that. But giving them all this money was just used for terror. And Iran immediately said, right after Barry gave it to them, that this is going to be used for terror. Oh, just to embarrass Barry. Okay, so anyhow, now we're seeing the Democrats said that the people of Iran are just going to unify, and then they're going to want revenge. Well, we're seeing these protests now over the airliner being shot down. Iranians, apparently many of them are unhappy with their government. They're marching in the streets. There's been reports of gunfire. Donald said, don't shoot them. Don't shoot the protesters. He keeps tweeting in Farsi. Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, Donald's amazing. And so now what we have is only the Democrats are defending Iran. Iran is so isolated. Everyone's behind him. Boris Johnson is behind Donald on this. Apparently Putin and China are not criticizing him. Oh, it's a huge victory for Donald. Okay, and this is what Iran needs. Iran was getting out of control. Donald slaps them back. He kills their top general without any repercussions. No one was killed when Iran shot those missiles. They just went into the dirt. It was just a fake show of force. Oh, amazing. Donald was immediately tweeting that they were standing down. I'm thinking, well, how does he know that they're standing down? So anyhow, incredible victory on that. The fake impeachment, it's just fake, okay? It's just a political. When any party controls the House, they can just ram through impeachment. Well, they usually don't do this. Okay, now the Republicans impeached Bill Clinton. Yes, he had some crimes, kind of process crimes. Yes, they were criminal. Yes, he lied. Yes, he lost his law license. Truly had some crimes. But apparently Americans didn't think that those were high crimes and misdemeanors. And I think most people would say they weren't. Those were not high crimes and misdemeanors. And the Senate exonerated Bill Clinton. Okay, so that impeachment, he survived that easily. It was almost emboldened by it. And then this Nancy Pelosi impeachment of Donald Trump in the House is just a joke. And remember, the media just sold this wrong. They said, oh, they're going to impeach the president. And certainly the House did impeach him, completely one-sided, not one Republican vote, not bipartisan at all. As a matter of fact, the opposition was bipartisan, with one Democrat turning into the Republican, and then 3 Democrats either abstaining. Tulsi Gabbard voted present. And so bipartisan opposition to what Nancy did, and then she stalls it out. Oh, Cocaine Mitch is totally prepared for her. I'm hoping that with the Josh Hawley, Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri, he wants to just go ahead and just vote this thing down once they can. Change the Senate rules so they don't have to get the resolutions, the articles of impeachment from the House, and then just vote it down. So it's a complete fail, and no Republicans are supporting this. Nancy's stalling now, trying to figure out what she can do. This is just like what they did of the Kavanaugh hearing: stall, 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 wait for something. Complete loss. Huge victory for Donald again. Completely just a partisan attack on him. I think Americans see it that. Americans were surprised after the House impeachment. The media sold it really hard, including Fox News. And then Donald was in office the next day. So there you go. So huge victory for Donald. I just wanted to close out. I wanted to keep this podcast a little bit shorter today. That I wanted to close out on Meghan Merkel. I've got a feminist friend who just thinks Meghan is being so strong and so courageous and so bold. I don't see it that way. I think Queen Elizabeth II is very well loved, very well liked. The royalty in Britain is a sign of stability and strength for their Commonwealth. She is very well liked. So I think this is a huge mistake that Meghan Merkel is doing here. Oprah Winfrey is distancing herself from her. Oprah's really good friends with her mom. The Obamas are distancing themselves. This is not courageous. I mean, she's an American, a TV actress. She marries Prince Harry. She promises and takes an oath to be a royal. She has a royal wedding. She becomes famous. I never even heard of her before. I don't watch much TV. She's famous now. And then, guess what? The $3 million a year that they receive is not enough. She wants more. She moves to Canada, lives in a house from a Clinton campaign, ran the foundation. Now I guess she's just they're going to just try to make money. This embarrasses Queen Elizabeth II. Harry and Meghan never even warned the Queen about this, just went public with it. Meghan wouldn't even fly back to England to discuss this with the Queen. I think she is a coward. I think she is greedy. This is feminism gone awry. Okay, this marriage, can you imagine the stress that she's putting on this marriage, dragging Harry away from England? Very sad. So I just wanted to give an opposite view of how courageous she is. My opinion is she's not being courageous. She's being selfish. She's being self-centered. She is not doing her duty to be a royal. That was what she married into. Those are the benefits she got. So very sad day for Meghan Merkel. Harry, I don't know why Harry married her. This is very sad. But anyhow, that's my take. So I just wanted to leave with giving credit and kudos to the governor of Texas and awarding Jack Wilson and recognizing him. I think that's really cool. Jack Wilson was the amazing man who was part of a volunteer. He was a volunteer in a church, and that he trains people to defend themselves with concealed carry weapons. And he made this incredible shot on the crazy man who brought a shotgun to church and started blasting people away. Killed 2 people with his shotgun. Looked like he was going to kill more. Jack Wilson from the back of the church, caught on camera, 1 shot to the head. The guy's dead. I love concealed carry. I love the opportunity that we have to defend ourselves. And I really love this country. I really love this country. I don't love politics so much, but I love this country, and we need to be political to be able to keep this culture and keep this framework. Conservatism is conserving things, keeping these traditions, these very healthy traditions that we have in this country, these Judeo-Christian traditions of family, of hard work, of honesty, of patriotism. I love this country. Thank you so for listening. Have a great day. This is the Philip Koerper Show.